Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here this morning. We're all super excited. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Christina. I started with Sankey Global a few months ago, if you haven't spoken to me yet. Um, so today we have a very special show for you guys. We're going to be hearing from three members of our corporate team talking about what they're grateful for. We thought that after 2020, it's been such an interesting year for everybody. I think everybody can relate. And now that the year is coming to a close, we really just want to let you hear from us because we're so grateful for all of you. And, talking about gratitude sometimes really builds momentum. And at the very least, speaking about the things that we're grateful for, maybe can provide you guys with some momentum for yourselves. So we're going to start off with Fabi. She's super high energy, one of the greatest people I know, actually, and I've only known her for a few months. Um, she's super inspirational, and I love listening to her talk. Even when I'm sad, having a bad day, she's got that high energy, and we're going to hear from her now. Thank you so much, Fabi.
Wow, Christy, thank you so much for that pretty introduction. And guys, something that I'm thankful is to have Christy on our company, to be honest. She is a spectacular, amazing, smart, pretty, oh my God, proactive. She's an entrepreneur as well. What can I say? You're going to meet her on the next Thursdays. But thank you so much for that, Christy. And something that I can say that I'm thankful every day is to be alive, right? And I know that that sounds really typical from everyone. Everybody is thankful to be alive. Yes, it is. But when you realize that you have such the honor to being in this planet, in this world, that everything is sometimes ups and downs, and sometimes there are so many challenges. But when you open your eyes and you just see that you can breathe, that you can see where you were last night, and when you have that inspirational moment to wake up from your bed or your couch or whatever that you sleep, and you see that you have another opportunity to make the day count, it's the greatest thing that can happen to you. Of course that I'm thankful of God, because if he's all the time next to me, and he's all the time on myself, just trying to push me on the positive way to be the best version that I have to be. And that's something that I've been building on the last years, and something that I understand and I really catch from life is that people that is around you is the one that is making you build the best version of yourself. And that's something that I'm pretty thankful about. I thank every single person that I have in my life, even that I don't know them, even if I'm just speaking with them over the phone, or even if I am chatting, because it's really cool how now with the technology, with this new normal, and some years ago, everything based on the technology is going to help you to be with people, right? That maybe you never hug, or maybe you never met in person, but you know that you are doing something for that person, and that person is doing something for you. And that's something that I'm really thankful about. Every time that I'm speaking with someone, every time that I know someone, every time that I hear from someone, I'm learning. I am learning from that person, and I am learning for all the people that is around me. I'm thankful because I have the opportunity to have more knowledge in my life every day, and every time that I'm listening from someone new, or even if it's someone that I already know, but every time that I'm listening to people, I'm learning something else. And that's such a great experience, because that is making me feel that I'm building that best version of myself, catching from others as well, inspirational things or words that they are telling to the world, telling me directly. I am totally thankful, Christy, as well, to be honest, in this amazing company that it's been hugging me for 7 years already. And since the first day that I start working for them, something magical happened on my life. And it's been helping me to realize that all the things that I was doing in the past, all my own philosophy, because I have my own mantra and my own philosophy that it's totally matched with Sankey. It's taking me that in that point that I can feel myself totally satisfied and thankful to be where I am, who I am, and with the people that I am next to. Of course, that I'm totally thankful to have what I have, to have a place that where I can sleep, to have food on my plate every day, because I know that a lot of people is struggling, and more in these days, a lot of people they're struggling to not to have sometimes even a place to sleep, right? Or maybe something to have as a meal, or maybe to feed their families. I am totally thankful 100% every day because I have the opportunity to have that bless. To me, is a bless to take every sip that I do to my coffee. It's a bless to me. Every time that I'm drinking water, when I'm eating, when I'm having or I'm watching everything that I have around me, I feel really blessed. I'm thankful because I have that. This morning, actually, I was thinking, what are you gonna say that you're thankful for? Because I can speak about what I am thankful for the next 2 hours, but that's not the point, right? We need to be really short, or we have just short time. But something that I just want you to know, all the people that is here connected, is that I'm thankful to have you on my life, to have my co-workers, my partners in the company, my friends, the people that I've been meeting in this country. When I arrived 3 years ago and I was here literally by myself and my daughter, I was like, oh my God, what is going to happen with us in this Sin City, right? Las Vegas. But I start building this relationship with people that is super important to me, that are powerful to me every day, that they are inspiring me every day to moving forward and don't stop, never stop, and never give up. And of course, I am totally thankful that I can still have my parents with me. I know that they are the key factor for me to be who I am, where I am. And I am totally thankful that I still have them, and I still have the opportunity to hug them, to talk to them, to see them, to be with them, to have moments with them, because they are building me every time. And that's why I guess I am that person. That's why I guess, Chris, they have that personality that you mentioned before, because they make me strong. And something that I've been thinking with the time, with getting old, and some people is leaving from our lives. And I know that when my parents are going to leave, they left a legacy on me, and I am just following their lead. And something that I'm doing is representing what maybe they wanted to do before, maybe what they did, or maybe what they want to do. So that's why I'm totally thankful to still have them on my family, that to still have them with me, next to me and my daughter, because they are the most important pillars. Of course, my brother, what can I say? He is my inspirational person in the world. And I just see him growing up as well. And I feel really blessed to have such an amazing family. Plus all the family that is around the world next to me every day, as I said before, all the people that is all the time next to me, all the time speaking with me, listening to me, and just following what their hearts are saying. And that's the most important thing to me, I guess. Of course, that this year 2020 has been challenging for all of us, and we are expecting more maybe for the last 2 months of the year. And that's something that we need to be thankful as well. When challenges are coming, and when you find, or when you are facing a challenge, I guess that it's the powerful moment that you need to see, and you need to realize how are you going to jump that challenge. How can you just remove it from your life and just make the best of you and go to the next step. And we need to be thankful. I am thankful about it too. Every time that I have a challenge, yes, at the beginning can be like, oh my God, what's going on? What am I going to do? But something is coming to my heart, and it says, okay, be peaceful, think about it. Don't think with your big heart, just think with your brain, and make the best decision ever about that challenge. And I'm thankful about that too, because those challenges are helping me to grow up every single second of my life. And I'm thankful to be here with you guys today. And thank you. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you so much for give us a little bit of your time to listen from our perspective, or from our personal opinion, what we are thankful for. I thank you to be here all the time next to me. I thank you to be here in this planet with me too. And I thank you to be the person that you are. Let's build the best version of ourselves together. Thank you, Christy.
Thank you so much, Fabi. That was a great answer. I know we joke all the time and stuff about you being an influencer, but you are influential to me. And I love hearing you speak. You really have such high energy. And we joke about your connection with nature and the animals and the birds, but you really do just have like such a special, kind soul. And I think that's exemplified every time you speak. So thank you so much. Family's super important to me too. So I really, really love that. Um, and just thank you for being here. You make Sankey Global such a better place. I feel like without you, it wouldn't be the same for me.
Thank you so much, beautiful. Thank you.
Next, we have Sam. He's a designer for Sankey Global. You guys probably don't see too much of him because he is a little bit behind the scenes, but Sam does so much for the company. He's an amazing illustrator as well. And Sam's just the type of person that he's always on board. It doesn't matter if you're having a conversation or if you're planning a project, he's always excited, he's always present, and he doesn't waver. I think Sam, for me, when I started, he was, my go to person, number one since day one. And I'm really glad to have met him here. And thank you so much for everything you do, Sam. And I'm really excited to hear what you have to say.
Hey, thanks for the introduction. Awesome, thank you. Yeah, I've actually been working with Fabi. I'm almost coming up to my year here in Sankey Global. Recently with Christina that just started, I want to say about a month ago. And yeah, I'm more of a behind the scenes, one of the designers, marketing coordinator from my title in my emails. Generally, as far as being thankful, and Fabi pretty much talked about the general, just in general, how we're just thankful to be alive, to wake up every morning and just be able to do what we want with our lives, right? Generally, coming from the company's aspect, generally very blessed to be able to design and be able to create, flyers, presentations. We're like currently right now, I've been working on packaging design for some really awesome stuff that we got coming in the company. And generally, in my perspective, I'm a designer, so I liked the ability that I can better my my design, my layout designs. Just that's one of the biggest things I am thankful for, to be able to move up in a company that allows me to do that. And outside of work, I do as well my illustration work. So I'm constantly on the computer trying to reinvent myself, trying to better my skill. And it's really cool to know that I can be in a company where I can help people. And just like the people that are on the call now, we're here to help you to help other people, which is really, really cool. And it's a big blessing, and it's something to be very thankful for, and very thankful for the people that I work with. Every Monday, it's very cool. Every Monday we have a empowerment meeting between us with all the people here in the States, Sankey Global US. And we talk about how we watch all these videos that motivate us to get our week started. And that's something that I'm very grateful for, because not a lot of companies do that. And I'm able to interact with all the people that I work with, and just talk about the things we inspire to be, just generally in life, not even about the company. That's, to me, that's really, really, really cool. But yeah, generally, that's what I do. I'm the guy behind the scenes, the guy who you see a flyer, that's usually me, or there's 3 of us in the design department, so I am one of them. But if you ever see something, that comes from our side. And we're glad to get all the feedback that we get, because that makes us better, makes us create better things, makes us organize ourselves better, so that we can help the field and we can better understand what your needs are. And that way we can deliver better stuff for the people that you want to help. But yeah, thank you for allowing me to speak, Christina. It's been great working with all of the people here in Sankey.
Thank you so much, Sam. That was great. And I'm so sorry I can't share my video. I'm trying. I'm just having a little trouble with my computer. So you guys will see me soon, I promise. But Sam, thank you. I've been here about a month or 2 with the company, and honestly, it feels like a year, because we shovel out so much work, and we wouldn't be able to do that without you, Sam. So truly, thank you. I think I could speak on behalf of myself and Fabi and Dr. Helen and Sankey Global and everybody else for everything you do. Next, though, we do have Dr. Helen. When I started here, I had an interview with her, and I could truly say she's the reason that I took this job. Just listening to her speak, having a conversation with Dr. Helen. She is our CSMO, for those of you who don't know, so Chief Sales Marketing Officer. But Dr. Helen, when you talk to her, it's just very inspiring. You could tell she's a powerful woman. There's a force, like a driving force behind her, and you definitely have to be a strong, capable person to accomplish the many things that Dr. Helen has. And she is definitely a great attribute to this company. And I knew in taking the job that at the very least, she would be able to teach me something. You know, I see Dr. Helen as not only my superior, but as a friend and a mentor. And I'm so happy to introduce her, and I'm very excited to hear what you have to say, Dr. Helen.
Well, great day, great day, great day. I'm just so excited and truly blessed and kind of a little choked up today. Just all the kind words of people reflecting upon what they're grateful for. The attitude of gratitude is just so surreal for me. And your kind words to even edify me and to bring me on the way you did. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful to have breath in my body because a few years ago, battling with breast cancer, having staph infections, turning into pneumonia, being on a ventilator, you know, it was very scary. At one point after surgery, being flatlined, you know, losing a pulse during surgery, after surgery, multiple blood transfusions. So to be able to breathe, some of the things that I used to take for granted. I'm just being very transparent today. I literally used to take the things that we automatically wake up doing for granted. I took breath for granted until I couldn't breathe. I took holding my children and kissing them on their forehead and telling them how much I love them. And then one day I couldn't do it. One day I wasn't strong enough to get out of the bed to even walk towards them or even crawl. And then I realized, wait a minute, this is the thing that I am very grateful for. And I don't know what I would be or where I would be or how I would be if I did not have my children, if I didn't have my husband. I'm grateful that I have enough strength in my hand to reach for his. I'm grateful that I had to get up at the crack of dawn this morning to cook them breakfast because I remember a time in my life where we were trying to figure things out to come up with money for milk and eggs and bacon. I remember when we was on the mountaintop and we were standing in line cashing $1 million checks. I remember being in line meeting former presidents. I remember being in line meeting kings and queens to shake their hands. But I also remember being in line to apply for food stamps and Medicaid and welfare. I remember being in line for a consignment for clothes for my children because right before Christmas, I did not have enough money to buy clothes to wrap presents. So I'm grateful that last night at 2:00 in the morning, I'm in my garage looking for all the pieces to my Christmas tree, to put my Christmas tree up tonight. I'm grateful that I was able to go inside of a garage that's in a house and not a garage in a storage unit. Like most people in America right now are facing the challenge. Matter of fact, 160 million to be exact are unemployed. I'm grateful to have resources, multiple streams of coming into my home. I'm grateful that someone reached back for me, the CEO, Jose Avita, and also the director of sales. I'm grateful that he reached back and he invited me to participate with this opportunity in Sankey Global. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that he saw greatness in me when some people only see your past. And he didn't see my past, he saw my future. I'm grateful that so many other people see my future and they don't judge me for past mistakes. I'm grateful for second chances called grace. I'm grateful for favor. I'm grateful that I can still love people, that I'm not so numb because of all the things that happen in life. that makes you numb, that makes you bitter instead of better, I'm grateful that I'm better. I'm grateful that I can receive love. I'm grateful that I'm in receiving mode, to not just receive love, but to be friends. I'm grateful that I'm brave enough to have emotional courage and have the strength and the ability and the stability to forgive others. But more importantly, I'm grateful that I can forgive myself. I'm grateful that I have a relationship with my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I'm grateful that he knows me and that I know him. I'm grateful that I have revelation and vision. I'm grateful that I'm a vision carrier and an executor. I'm grateful that I operate in humility. I'm grateful that I understand the law of honor and the law of sacrifice and obedience and leadership and forgiveness. I'm grateful that I'm here talking with each and every one of you. I'm grateful that I'm still alive to share my testimony. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. If this makes sense to anyone, I'm grateful just to be grateful. I'm grateful that I can say I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Back to you, Queen Christina.
Wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Helen. And this is exactly my point. You have me crying before 10 a.m. But no, that was super, super inspirational. And I get what you're saying. And sometimes that's all it takes. You just have to bring it back to the basics, you know, be grateful that you can leave your house in the morning. Be grateful that you do have a house. Be grateful that you have a bed, you know, all the things that Dr. Helen said. And I truly believe, you know, in my heart that when you take everything back to a place of gratitude, you can have the most extraordinary life. Because how are you supposed to have this great life and be happy if you can't be grateful in the moment for the things that you have? So we're going to be back every Thursday this month with our corporate team talking about what we're grateful for. And I really hope that you guys join us and you invite your friends and your family. And, you know, we have a month of gratitude together. Thank you so much.